Deep under a palace on Crete, the Greeks said there was a maze so confusing you'd never find your way out, unless you carried a single thread. And inside it lived a monster, a man with a bull's head, the Minotaur, half human, half bull, and supposedly very real to the people who told the story. But here's the question I actually care about. What was the Minotaur really? Because a bull man in a dungeon sounds like fantasy, but the pieces underneath it feel weirdly grounded. Let's start with what we know exists. Bronze Age Crete, the Minoans, and a massive palace complex at Knossos. So big, so layered, so full of corridors and rooms that early excavators basically called it a maze. And the second thing we know exists: bulls everywhere. Bull imagery, bull horns, bull rituals, bull leaping scenes in art. The bull wasn't a side character in Minoan culture. It was the headline. Now the myth, fast and clean. King Minos of Crete fails to honor a sacred bull. The gods punish him. His wife Pasiphae becomes obsessed with the bull and gives birth to Asterion, the Minotaur. Minos hides the scandal by having Daedalus build the labyrinth. Later, Athens is forced to send young people as tribute. Theseus volunteers. Ariadne gives him the thread. He kills the Minotaur, escapes, and the legend locks into place. If we strip away the supernatural parts, the myth leaves behind 3 clues. 1. Crete had bulls. 2. Crete had a labyrinth-like palace. 3. Athens had a story about being dominated by Crete and paying a horrible price. So here are the most credible ways historians interpret what the Minotaur could represent, without pretending a human-bull hybrid was literally walking around. The Minotaur was a person wearing a bull disguise. Think ritual costume. Think priest king. Think somebody in a bull mask presiding over ceremonies. Terrifying to outsiders and powerful enough to become myth. In a lot of ancient religions, animals weren't cute symbols. They were power. A bull could mean strength, kingship, fertility, dominance. Basically a walking status symbol. The Minotaur is a memory of bull leaping, turned into horror. Bull leaping wasn't a children's game. It's athletic, dangerous, and it probably went wrong a lot. Now imagine you're a mainland Greek, hearing rumors. Cretan nobles make young people jump over bulls. It's not hard to see how that becomes they send youths into a labyrinth and they don't come back. The labyrinth isn't a maze, it's bureaucracy. Knossos wasn't just a palace. It was likely an administrative center, storage rooms, records, officials, controlled movement, controlled access. If you're a visitor, a captive, or a tribute, this place could absolutely feel like a trap you can't navigate. A labyrinth doesn't have to be a puzzle with hedges. It can be a system designed to swallow you. The Minotaur is political propaganda. Crete as the villain. At some point, power in the Aegean shifts. Mycenaean Greeks rise. Crete's dominance fades. And history gets rewritten by the winners. Turning your former overlord into a literal monster is extremely on brand for humans. They ruled us becomes they were unnatural. We paid tribute becomes they fed our children to a beast. So, what was the Minotaur really? Probably not a creature, more likely a symbol that fused 3 very real things: Minoan bull culture, the maze-like palace at Knossos, and a memory, real or exaggerated, of Cretan dominance over rivals. The genius of the Minotaur myth is that it works on two levels: as a monster story and as a political memory wearing a Halloween mask. And that's the creepy part. The Minotaur doesn't need to be real to be true. True as in, this is what power felt like. A labyrinth you couldn't escape, and a bull-faced authority you couldn't argue with. So, what do you think the Minotaur was? Ritual figure? Dangerous sport turned myth? Political propaganda? Or something else entirely? Drop your best theory below. And if you like mysteries where myth is just history with the name sanded off, like and subscribe. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and never stop seeking the truth. Thank you for watching.